I could have done it. Ready?
Ich hätte es machen können. No, can come.
Yeah, because of können, the können. Okay, you need können. Können. Like Bonica American bird. So like there's a bird. I see a bird. So the können. Okay, when you können, yeah. Then I may have done it here.
Ich hätte es machen many dürfen. I know me being allowed to do. I'm if any Stephanie did I confuse me.
Dürfen means to be allowed to, okay, but it's used like English may. It's said you're asking the teacher, may I go out? In the normal sense, it's like you asking, am I supposed to am I allowed to go out? May I go out? May I eat? So like we use dürfen to ask for permission. Okay. So you may go out. Du darfst ausgehen. You get it. So something the usage, it's just like können. Können in German perspective, können, the direct translation is to be able to. Okay, but it's used like English can. Okay, müssen means to have to in German, but it's used like in English, müssen, must. Okay, yeah. So sanity. Yeah. So in this sentence, I may have done. Okay, I may have done it. Like in the normal sense, you are saying that, like you may have been allowed to do it. You get it. You get it. So then I must have done it. I must have read it. The same format. So
Ich hätte es machen
müssen. Then I should have done it.
Ich hätte es machen sollen.
Yeah. So the format is easy. Okay. The only problem.
Only I confuse me with conjunctive können, sollten.
So this is the conjunctive. No, this is the conjunctive form for past tense with modal verbs. This is the past tense for conjunctive with modal verbs.
So which one? Sollten.
That's the present.
Present.
So the present is I could do it. Okay. Ich könnte.
Means to mean a past tense. Yeah. It's not confusing.
I could do it. Ich könnte es machen. Okay. I should do it. Ich sollte
es machen.
I may do it. I am allowed to. No, sollen has no. Yeah, sollen and wollen. The conjunctive, we just repeat the past tense. So sollte is the same for past tense plus conjunctive form. Wollen is wollte is also the past tense and also the same form for the conjunctive form. Yeah. I want to say I may be allowed to do it. Like was what ich durfte. Wait, umlaut. Without the umlaut, it will be the past tense. Okay. Ich durfte es machen. Then I see I can't put a yeah, I must have to do it. Like maybe you are traveling, you're not sure whether you have to book a ticket or not. Then you'll be like, oh, I may have to do it. Okay, the present, you may have to do something. You're not sure, but then when like it may be a must. Okay, then it's what is was möchte. Ja, mit Umlaut. Ich möchte es machen. Klar? So this is the present form. So the past tense will be the first tense. I could do it. Okay. Oh, I could do this. Any difficult idea? I'm not very sure. Say I can do it. When I say ich kann es machen, I'm certain that I can do it. Okay. But then when I'm not sure, I could do it. Okay, maybe you might be more time. When I have enough time, I could do it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, but in the past tense, now the thing has passed. You're already in the future, but I want to reflect on it. Like in the past, it's like I could have done it. Maybe if I hadn't enough time, or if I have done it differently, I could have done it perfectly. So like past tense, do you get this? So I could have done it. So ich hätte es machen können. So this is the format for modal verbs. Only modal verbs, let's say, with normal verbs maybe um uh if I want an example. Normal verbs. No. Okay, let's use kaufen. Kaufen, okay. You say um ich kaufe Lebensmittel. Okay, I'm buying groceries. I, so ich kaufe Lebensmittel. I'm certain, okay, this is the present. It has nothing to do with conjunctive. But the conjunctive form will be what? Ah, I deal with it. I'm not very sure, but maybe I would buy it. Okay, when I go there and like it's available, I would buy it. You're talking about the conjunctive, like it's not happening now, and you're not sure if you're going to get it. But then when you go and it is there, condition. When you go and it is there, you would but buy it. So that's the present conjunctive form. Then what is würde? Okay.
Okay. Oder ich kaufte.
Yeah, yeah. But then, like I said, apart from the Wissen, the Finden, the Gehen, which is then Komen, which is what Keme. The others we prefer to use the Würden plus infinitive. Okay, yeah. So kaufen, yeah. Ich würde es, oder ich würde Lebensmittel kaufen. Okay, I would buy it. Then in the past, you want to say, if only like if only when you got there, like the thing was available, you would have bought it. Okay, you would have bought it. Then what? Ich hätte,
Es oder Lebensmittel gekauft, oder?
ja, ich hätte Lebensmittel gekauft. Ich hätte Lebensmittel gekauft. Ja, einfach. So the only problem is like this, the past tense with modal verbs in the conjunctive. I don't have a problem. Aside that, the rest, like you use the present fluid. So I would watch television when I get home. Okay, you are not sure if you. Let's say I'm sure I'll get home and I'm going to do it. Then I'll use in the present tense. So what I say, it's a mia fancy when it's to house event. Okay, klar. Oder ich sehe mir, ich sehe Fan. Okay, it's active. Ich sehe Fan is active. I am watching television. Okay, then maybe when the Zuhause bin, werde ich Fernsehen. When I'm home, I will watch TV. I am sure. But when I'm not sure, I don't know how long the journey will take, and it'll be like, if I would be home, I would watch TV. Okay, then wäre ich zu Hause, dann würde ich was Fernsehen. Okay, that's the like the thing is not in existence now and you're not sure if the thing will happen. Okay, then in the past you'll be like, if you were home, you would have watched television. If you had been home, you would have watched television. Wenn ich zu Hause gewesen wäre, hätte ich Fan gesehen. Okay, hätte ich Fan gesehen. Like gesehen, so just Fan gesehen. Klar? Yeah. So the problem no is with just the conjunctive with modal verbs. Aside that, the others no, you just use hätte if it's the normal verbs, then use wäre plus the for verbs that change of states, movement. Okay, yeah. So just the same application from the normal present and past tense with normal verbs, the same format for conjunctive. Only like I said, the problem is with the modal verbs in the past tense. That's the only problem. Okay, and this format, is the modal verbs in the present, in the main clause. Okay, when you're using them in the Nebensätze, I don't say another. It's a big problem in like subordinate clause when you're using the past tense of conjunctive with modal verbs in the subordinate clause. I don't hear that C. Okay, but then it's like a principle. It follows the same channel. So like if you keep on repeating, for example, I want to say if I had been home, I would have watched television. Okay. So the thing is already done, but you're saying, if only yesterday you were at home, you could have watched television. Okay. Let's go. Try the first one.
Wenn ich zu Hause gewesen wäre. Nein.
Ja, wenn ich zu Hause gewesen wäre.
Hätte. I could have or I would have.
I could have gone.
Hätte
Mhm.
ich
Ja, von zero.
Fan gesehen.
Yeah. So we pressed on let me say the means that if once like we still follow the normal format, I want to say that this sentence is still the main clause. I want to put this one in the subordinate clause. So if if you would if you could have done it, if you done it. Let's make a sentence that let me say if we can communicate. Mhm. Yeah, so I wouldn't have been tired English. I wouldn't have been tired if I could have done. Yeah, I want the English one. Okay, I wouldn't be tired if I had been able. Yeah, klar. So yeah, yeah, I wouldn't have been tired if I was if I had if I had been able to to do my homework earlier. Yeah, no. Okay, so in this sentence, no, now the marking können no is in the neighboring sense. Okay, yeah. So Hannah format necessary. So I wouldn't have been tired. I would. Uh, I wouldn't. Yeah. I wouldn't have been tired. So I wouldn't have been tired because
Ich tired. Ich wäre.
mhm. Yeah,
Wär-
it's, yeah.
Ich wäre nicht müde. Müde nicht. Ich wäre nicht müde.
Nicht, ja, ich wäre nicht müde gewesen, ja. Because we're talking about the past. Ich wäre nicht müde gewesen, wenn ich meine, wenn ich, oder ja, egal, wenn ich meine Hausaufgaben für, so was it normally the main verb, okay? Also in this sentence, hätte ich Fernsehen können, okay? Fernsehen können. So like normally, yeah, this thing. Also normally here, like the normal structure here, let's use this one. Ich hätte es machen können. Okay, this is the normal structure. Okay, this is the normal here. This is the normal structure in the main clause, which means that normally, if like we were to interpret, yeah, to deduce this down, the hete is the main verb, and I'm like
Yeah.
it's the first. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the problem with modal verbs in the conjunctive is that the heter is not the main verb. Können is still the main verb, which means you still form your sentence, but then the können will go to the end of the sentence. Okay, so yeah, so it will be then the heter will come. Uh, yeah. So wenn ich mein Hausaufgaben früher hätte, then the heter will come. Then the machen, then the können will go to the end of the sentence. So this is the problem with the conjunctive with modal verbs. So it's assumed that with modal verbs, always the modal verbs are still the main verb. Okay, so in Nebensätze, the modal verb will go to the end of the sentence. Grazie. Yeah. But like STK with this same format, when we use a beer is the same format. So person can say, I should have done um mm, maybe he wouldn't have talked he wouldn't have talked if I was supposed if fuck English then I crazy. Yeah. Let's make fighter. Yeah. Yeah, that's been yeah, class. Think I'm real for hide and seek, but it's fine. Yeah. So the sentences which other So I would have finished faster if I had to start earlier. Um, she would have been happier if she had been allowed to stay longer. Yeah. So she would have been happier if she was allowed to stay longer. Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm,
Sie wäre
mhm,
glücklicher, glücklich, glücklicher
mhm,
glück- gewesen, wenn sie lange bleiben. Hey, I will continue.
mhm. Ja, sie wäre glücklicher gewesen, wenn sie länger, not longer.
Länger.
R O U for comparative. The adjective, no, when the adjective in the infinitive form contains R O U, they take umlaut in the comparative. So when sie länger, okay, länger umlaut. Wenn sie länger hätte bleiben dürfen. Yeah. But the thing is that, like, when was the last time you made such a sentence even in English? Like, you hardly, okay? But like I'm saying, it's the same format, okay? It's the same format. So which means that the header will come, the modal verb will go to the end of the sentence. So basically, the other two verbs, the header will come before the bleiben or the other verb. But like it always sticks to what's the modal verb. So always, after giving everything, your verb, your subject. So, oh, this shit, I hate it after giving your in your names that your subject, your direct object, your whatever object, your adverbial place of time, whatever. Then at the end of the sentence, the header will come, then the other verb will follow, then the modal verb will be at the end of the sentence. It's the same structure. So first, before you can grab this one, you have to grab the past tense with modal verbs in the no in the main clause. So in the main clause, this sentence you will say that uh, um, um, uh, she she would have been allowed to stay longer. Okay. So in the main clause, this will be the main clause of said sentence. So then simple. Sie hätte I see the mouse needing something. Sie hätte länger bleiben dürfen. Klar? Ja. So this is the normal one in the main clause. Sie hätte länger bleiben dürfen. So she would have been allowed to stay longer. Okay. Do you get it? So like in the past tense, the present tense of this sentence would be she like in the normal in the present. So let me look at the present tense, right? So we want to say she is allowed to stay longer. She is allowed Stay longer will be what? The present tense. There's the present tense. She's allowed to stay longer.
Sie darf
Mhm.
länger bleiben.
She does länger, not longer, länger.
Okay.
Länger bleiben. Right? Sie darf länger bleiben. There's the present tense. Okay. The past tense, she was allowed to stay longer will be what? Will be the past tense of dürfen is durfte. Okay, so sie durfte ohne Umlaut. Sie durfte länger bleiben. Simple. Then the conjunctive form, you're not sure, but you want to say, hey, maybe she may be allowed. Okay, she may be allowed to stay longer. Then it will be what? Karen.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Mhm. She may be allowed to stay longer. You're not sure. So conjunctive.
Sie hätte
Then in this past tense, she may be allowed to stay longer. Present tense of modal verb, like she may be allowed. I'm not sure, but she may be permitted to stay longer. How do we form the conjunctive? The past tense. The past tense, you just put what umlaut on. So like können, the past tense is konnte. Okay, so you just put umlaut on what the O to form the conjunctive.
so sie durfte.
Imagine how you do.
Yeah.
So sie durfte with umlaut. One of them, okay. Sie durfte, mhm. Sie durfte länger bleiben. Okay. So the past with the conjunctive in a very she would have been allowed to stay longer. Ja. Denn sie hätte länger bleiben dürfen. Klar? Yeah, but like with this one, you just have to practice. Like I'm saying, it's the same format. If when it's können, we want to say maybe she could have been allowed to stay longer, then she hätte länger bleiben können. Like she could have stayed longer. She hätte länger bleiben. She must have stayed longer. Ah, I didn't try, but then given the chance, I think say like can be so like she must have stayed longer. Like she was supposed to stay longer. She must have. Then sie hätte länger bleiben müssen. Because like it's the same format with modal verbs. Same format. Now with the past, the aside with that, like I said, the, when like aside the modal verbs, the others just the normal present the uh, present perfect. So if I went, it's been gegangen, like I have gone, it's been gegangen. So the past, the conjunctive form, the present tense, what is viewed again. I would go. Then the past tense, but I would have gone. Okay, I would have gone. What I would have gone. What it's fair because it's from it's fair. Gegangen. It's fair. Gegangen. That is normal past tense for the conjunctive. You don't use any hätte. Only use hätte like if in there you only use hätte for the normal if the present perfect is formed with sign, then the conjunctive form will be formed with fere. If the present perfect of the verb is formed with haben, then you form with what hätte. But with modal verbs, regardless, if you let's make an example with the modal verbs. If you want to say she should have gone. Okay, I know that gone in German, like I said, is formed with sign, but when there's a modal verb, we still use the hätte. Okay, so I should have I could have gone. Ich hätte gehen können. Ich hätte gehen können. Okay, like yeah, but when no modal verb is involved, then you stick to your normal ich wäre gegangen. I would have gone. But then when it's a modal verb, then you use hätte because the hätte is actually like combined with the modal verb. Not it has nothing to do with the verb itself, which is the gehen, schreiben. I could have wrote him a letter. Okay, ich hätte ihm einen Brief schreiben können. You get it? Yeah. Like and yet you just have to like make more examples, practice with it, like I'm saying. Yeah, just take time, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so the main agenda for the day. Slow. Yeah. Very good here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've solved this part. So here, früher und heute. Okay. So earlier, past tense and today, when we just do skirmish teaching because we've already taught you how to form the past tense with the normal verbs, and some are irregular. Okay, so schreiben, what's the preteritum for schreiben? Well, let's fill the ones here. What's the preteritum for sein?
Ba.
Geben.
Ga.
I mean, tissue. I don't know.
Gab.
Wissen.
Wusste.
Glauben.
Glaubte.
Machen.
Machte.
Leben.
Lebte.
Kommen. Kommen lassen wir wieder.
Fand.
Finden.
Fand.
Schreiben.
Schrieb.
Essen.
Ass.
So you already know how to form it. With a normal regular verbs, you just put what T at the end of them. You take away the verb stem, you take away the E, and then you put what TE to form what the preteritum. But there are a lot of them that are irregular, which you have to study them by heart. Okay. Yeah, and I went through all of them. The ones with EI in the present, like the verbs with EI combination in the preteritum, the E and I will switch positions. Okay, so schreiben will be what schrieb. Okay, and scheiden to decide what entschied. Okay, yeah. Now we finden is fand. Verbs that contains in will change to an. So finden, verschwinden to disappear, what's verschwand. Okay. Which other verb contains in? Finden. To bind is binden. To bind, band. It's the same format. So you have to just learn them by heart. Okay. So here, nehmen is nam. Trinken is trank. Sprechen is sprach. Yeah. Schreiben is schrieb. Werden, yeah, werden is wurde ohne Umlaut. Wurde. Okay. Wurde. Then fahren is fuhr. Okay. Yeah, you're defending is fun. Yeah. Then Essen is as. Dann Wetter. So ordnen Sie die Nomen zu. So when this masculine, you read and you like give the adjectives. Sorry, not first the articles. Okay, so maybe you wind is der Wind, the warmth is die Wärme, the sun is die Sonne, the heat is die Hitze, the cloud is die Wolke, the fog is the Nebel, the fog, the storm is die Sturm. Sorry, der Sturm, der Nebel, der Nebel und der Sturm. Then the Kälte, the cold is the Kälte. Regen is der Regen, der Schnee, der Hagel. We learned Hagel, okay, the raining ice, so Hagel, der Hagel. Then das Gewitter, Thunderstorm. Then the Temperatur. Okay, so we form adjectives with them by adding ig. Okay, not all, but some. Okay, so wind will be what? Es ist windig. So you can either say es gibt einen Wind oder es gibt Wind, there is a wind, or es ist windig, it is windy. Okay, warm is warm. Oh yeah, warm is warm. Okay, so es ist sonnig. Es ist sonnig. Okay, it is sunny, it is sonnig. Then Hitze, you say es ist heiß. Okay, the Hitze is the heat. But when you say it is like it is hot, then es ist heiß. Then Wolke is I said the cloud. So when you say it is cloudy, I think Duolingo taught you bewölkt. Just heute bewölkt means it is cloudy to here is it. It is bewölkt. Okay, bewölkt means it is cloudy. Okay, it is bewölkt. Then it is neblig. Yeah, es ist neblig ist da. Okay, instead of saying es gibt einen Nebel oder es gibt Nebel, you can also say es ist neblig. Okay, then storm. Es ist stürmt. Es stürmt. Okay, so the verb is stürmen. Yeah, I use the verb as like stürmen means it is storming. So a storm, just like raining, you say es regnet. Okay, so the verb here is stürmen. They use it as a verb, like we use it as a verb. Es stürmt. Okay, so yeah. So es gibt einen Sturm oder es stürmt. Okay. So es ist kalt there. You already know. Es ist kalt. Okay, es ist kalt. Then es regnet. We also use the verb for regnen, which is regnen. So es regnet. Then schnei. Is it schneien? Schnit. Yeah, es schneit. Yeah. Es schneien. So schneien is der Schnee, the snow. Then the verb is schneien. Scheinen. Schneien. So we say it is snowing, but es schneit. Okay. English, you can say it is snowy. As in it is snowy, but German, I mean, the new word be for snowy as adjective. So we use the verb es schneit. It is snowing. Okay. Then the Hagel. The Hagel, we use the verb hagel. Hagel. It is raining ice. Es hagelt. Es hagelt. Okay, it is raining ice. Es hagelt. Klar. Und dann, was noch? Yeah, Gewitter is thunderstorm. So when you break thunderstorm down, we have what's blitzen, lightning, and thundering. Okay, so we use the verb. So yesterday I told tender. The verb is dunen. Okay, then lightning is blitzen. So when you're saying it is lightning, like lightning, there is lightning, you can say es blitz. Okay, and if there's tender, like say as donuts, boom boom boom, as donuts, or that as splits for lightning. Klar, your
Yes.
temperature is as high as a scout, as a so and so. So you can take screenshots of this, then you ponder on them. Okay. This labelish, then you. So das Wetter wird anders. Wird means to get, werden, to get, to change, to turn, or will. Okay, the weather wird anders. The weather becomes different. Well, it's getting different or will be different. Was passiert Sie A und B zu? Und ergänzen Sie Wörter aus A. So you listen, then so like we fill the gap. So they've answered some. So in the first sentence they said, vor ein paar Minuten gab es ein Gewitter. Then jetzt schneit wieder die Sonne. Im Dezember und Januar gibt es viel Schnee. Okay, so you listen, then you fill in the gaps, okay? All right, so.
A3b 1.
Vor ein paar Minuten gab es ein Gewitter. Jetzt scheint wieder die Sonne.
2. Im Februar gibt es viel Schnee. Im Dezember und Januar schneite es kaum. 3.
Am Morgen gab es noch Nebel. Jetzt sind keine Wolken am Himmel.
4. Zuerst kamen die Wolken. Jetzt regnet und stürmt es. 5.
Gestern wurde es am Abend kühl. Heute bleibt es warm.
A3b 1.
Vor ein paar Minuten gab es ein Gewitter. Jetzt scheint wieder die Sonne.
2. Im Februar gibt es viel Schnee. Im Dezember und Januar schneite es kaum. 3.
Am Morgen gab es noch Nebel. Jetzt sind keine Wolken am Himmel.
4. Zuerst kamen die Wolken. Jetzt regnet und stürmt es. 5.
Gestern wurde es am Abend kühl. Heute bleibt es warm.
Okay, so. So 2 ist A, ja.
B.
B
A.
ist
Im
A,
A. No.
oder? Nein, im Dezember A und hier ist B. So im Dezember und Januar gibt es viel Schnee. Like it snow
No.
most in. You said? Huh?
Let's play it again. I think I
Okay.
heard it.
And then like me and maybe me team, me I wasn't listening, but then I in like there's snow in December and January. It doesn't snow in February. Like it's hardly. That's why they say kaum. Kaum means hardly. Well, let's listen.
A3b. 1.
Vor ein paar Minuten gab es ein Gewitter. Jetzt scheint wieder die Sonne.
2. Im Februar gibt es viel Schnee. Im Dezember und Januar schneite es kaum. 3.
Am Morgen gab es noch Nebel. Jetzt sind keine Wolken am Himmel.
No, like has words here, but I'm saying that I disagree with this statement. Because it snows. Okay, no, it snows in December and January. Like that's winter. Otherwise, it's girl. Okay, so yeah. Then B.
West gab es noch Nebel. Jetzt
Yeah, am Morgen. Morgen. Here are your options for each. You have
Yeah,
A,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, these are,
So,
I'm reading. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'm
Am Morgen gab es noch Nebel. In the morning, there was still, it was still foggy, or there were fog. Und
Jetzt-
jetzt, jetzt sind keine Wolken. Keine Wolken, oder? Keine Wolke am Himmel, yeah. There's no cloud in the sky. And I said, with Himmel, in the sky, English, we use in the sky to say something is what's in the sky, in the atmosphere. The preposition in is fixed. In German, we use am. Okay. So the airplane is flying in the sky. Fliegt am Himmel. Okay. Fliegt am Himmel. Reason because
then a
You said?
shower. I've been saying a shower in den Himmel.
No. A shower ans Himmel is active. We are looking into the sky. See, like accusative. It doesn't make sense, but it's accusative. Yeah. By darling. Yeah. Like it's active. You are looking into the sky, so you are making movement into the sky. It's accusative. Unless you're saying, oh, the airplane is in the sky. Okay, then the Flugzeug ist am Himmel. It's already there. Okay, but then when the airplane is flying into the sky, it's on the ground and moving, then the Flugzeug, das Flugzeug, das Flugzeug fliegt ans Himmel. It's flying towards the sky. You get it? Hey, sorry, an den Himmel. Himmel is masculine. Der Himmel, oder? I'm checking on Himmel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Masculine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So das Flugzeug fliegt an den Himmel. Okay? An den Himmel. Yeah. Answers for Norita. Klar. So shower an den Himmel. I am looking into the sky. Shower an den Himmel. Unless I'm already looking into the sky, then it will be dative. The shower shone in I am Himmel. Okay, yeah. But then if it's active, then accusative. So here, fear. So zuerst kamen. Yeah. First the clouds came. So zuerst kamen die Wolken.
Jetzt regnet und stürmt es.
Und jetzt regnet und stürmt es. Und jetzt regnet und stürmt es, oder? Es regnet und stürmt jetzt. Egal, how you say the sentence. Yeah. Then heute, oder? Gestern wurde es am Abend kalt, oder?
Ja, gestern. Cool.
Kühl, okay? Ja, kühl. Dann
Heute
heute, ja,
bleibt warm.
bleibt es warm. Today is staying warm. So we use this normally we don't actually use the comment in let me say the clouds are coming. We don't normally use it in the present tense. Oh, it came. Because like in the morning, like it came. I normally use there was and there is. So like escapes near more like comment there. Okay, escaped more. No? I think the comment is actually with the cloud. You know, say the wind came. Yeah, in English you can say the wind came. So as calm wind. Es kam einen Wind, but that's not common. So es gab einen Wind, das macht Sinn. Okay, there was a wind in the morning. Am Morgen gab es einen Wind, aber jetzt gibt es oder jetzt ist überall ruhig oder so. But then you can use it, but like I said, use geben, or es gab in the past tense, okay? Either you use escaped for the there is, there was, or use the that is or the what doesn't for plural. Okay, yeah. Klar? Confusing.
Yeah.
Really
Oh, yeah.
okay. So hören Sie die Wetterberichte, kennen Sie die Jahreszeit, schreiben Sie. Okay, so here weather reports. Okay, der Bericht ist der Report. Okay, der Bericht, the report. They listen to the weather reports. Then was noch, wie war das Wetter gestern? How was the weather yesterday? Wie ist das Wetter heute? Sprechen Sie an und ergänzen Sie die Temperaturen. Okay, so gestern, if it was snowy, sunny, windy, then you take it. Then wie war die Temperatur? Wie viel Grad war es? Then just for so I'm playing the first one.
A, 3, C und D. Wetterbericht 1.
Und hier der aktuelle Wetterbericht für die Alpen. Nach einem warmen Winteranfang ist endlich auch der Schnee da. Gestern schneite es fast überall bei -2 Grad. Die Skifahrer können sich über den Neuschnee freuen. Heute wird es sonnig und klar, aber etwas windig. Es wird auch wieder etwas kälter. Die Temperaturen liegen zwischen -8 und -4 Grad.
A, 3, C und D. Wetterbericht 1.
Und hier der aktuelle Wetterbericht für die Alpen. Nach einem warmen Winteranfang ist endlich auch der Schnee da. Gestern schneite es fast überall bei -2 Grad. Die Skifahrer können sich über den Neuschnee freuen. Heute wird es sonnig und klar, aber etwas windig. Es wird auch wieder etwas kälter. Die Temperaturen liegen zwischen -8 und -4 Grad.
A, 3, C und D. Wetterbericht 1.
Und hier der aktuelle Wetterbericht für die Alpen. Nach einem warmen Winteranfang ist endlich auch der Schnee da. Gestern schneite es fast überall bei -2 Grad. Die Skifahrer können sich über den Neuschnee freuen. Heute wird es sonnig und klar, aber etwas windig. Es wird auch wieder etwas kälter. Die Temperaturen liegen zwischen -8 und -4 Grad.
What's your answer?
Heute. Heute sonnig.
Heute sonnig, ja.
Ja,
Und gestern? Gestern
gestern
gab es Schnee. I mean, I'm gonna wow, me Jai.
Edu.
Then the wind, the temperature, -2.
Aber etwas windig. Es wird auch wieder etwas kälter. Die Temperaturen liegen zwischen -8 und -4 Grad.
Rabbi, your hearing is very bad.
Like I'm not focused to say that. So -8 und -3.
Fear.
-4, ja klar. Und dann das zweite.
Wetterbericht 2.
Und jetzt die neuesten Wetterinformationen für Norddeutschland. So wie gestern wartet auch heute ein schöner Sommertag auf uns. Es wird sogar noch wärmer. Gestern hatten wir Höchsttemperaturen von 27 Grad. Heute steigt das Thermometer sogar auf 32 Grad. Am Morgen ist es noch neblig, aber dann scheint wieder die Sonne. Gestern Abend gab es in vielen Regionen schwere Gewitter mit Starkregen und Hagel. Deshalb gab es Verkehrsprobleme. Heute sind die Straßen aber wieder frei.
Wetterbericht 2.
Und jetzt die neuesten Wetterinformationen für Norddeutschland. So wie gestern wartet auch heute ein schöner Sommertag auf uns. Es wird sogar noch wärmer. Gestern hatten wir Höchsttemperaturen von 27 Grad. Heute steigt das Thermometer sogar auf 32 Grad. Am Morgen ist es noch neblig, aber dann scheint wieder die Sonne. Gestern Abend gab es in vielen Regionen schwere Gewitter mit Starkregen und Hagel. Deshalb gab es Verkehrsprobleme. Heute sind die Straßen aber wieder frei.
Wetterbericht 2.
Und jetzt die neuesten Wetterinformationen für Norddeutschland. So wie gestern wartet auch heute ein schöner Sommertag auf uns. Es wird sogar noch wärmer. Gestern hatten wir Höchsttemperaturen von 27 Grad. Heute steigt das Thermometer sogar auf 32 Grad. Am Morgen ist es noch neblig, aber dann scheint wieder die Sonne. Gestern Abend gab es in vielen Regionen schwere Gewitter mit Starkregen und Hagel. Deshalb gab es Verkehrsprobleme. Heute sind die Straßen aber wieder frei.
So gestern.
Neblig.
Hä?
Regen.
Wetterbericht 2.
Da ist Nebel, Sonne und Gewitter. Regen auf jeden Fall.
Und jetzt die neuesten Wetterinformationen für Norddeutschland. So wie gestern wartet auch heute ein schöner Sommertag auf uns. Es wird
So wie gestern, heute wartet einen schönen Sommertag wie gestern auf uns. So like today, we are going to get a beautiful summer day just like yesterday.
sogar noch wärmer. Gestern
But today, even more warmer. Okay?
hatten wir Höchsttemperaturen von 27 Grad.
So gestern gab es viel Temperatur. Houston war 27 Grad.
Heute steigt das Thermometer sogar auf 32 Grad.
So today it's climbing. Steigen means to climb. It's steigen zu say 37 oder 32 oder? Kann man
30.
ja.
Sogar auf 32 Grad.
Ja, das
Am
war
Morgen ist es noch neblig, aber dann scheint wieder die Sonne. Gestern Abend gab es in
am Morgen shy, then the neighbors, they are talking about, or mentioning today, it will be 32, but tomorrow, you get it. So it's not today. The am Morgen will be neblish. Klar? So they
Yeah,
are more
yeah.
friend, is that?
I say yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Um,
not heute Morgen. I forgot to say Morgan's also tomorrow.
yeah. So it will be sunny, sunny, sunny. And then
Mm.
Morgen will be gefita, nebulous today. Yeah. Das war's. So, es regnet oder es gibt viel Schnee oder es schneit oder es schneit viel. So, es schneit viel, can use the verb es schneit viel oder es gibt viel Schnee. Es regnet oder es gibt viel Regen. Okay? Okay, so with weather, the es gibt is more common. So the past, when you said there were plenty snow, es gab viel Schnee, es gab viel Regen. Okay, oder es hat viel geregnet oder es hat viel geschneit. I told you so the EI schneien we change to the preteritum plus the present, we change to geschnien. Okay, geschnien. Oh God. Bro. You're continue.
Mm.
Fish. Hombre.
Ah, but
Tomorrow, tomorrow continue. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. Let me clear it then. Yeah, and can you use this to practice the weather? Because it's B1 first questions 1 to 10. Things is more about weather. We're talking about weather. So you have to listen and give the answer. Was it gestern vice, gestern if English, Zwanish, oder so and so?
Mm.
Okay, so tomorrow you'll meet, okay? I don't know. It's wish ya. So yeah, possible. I meant to catch you then we meet earlier. We better go so the better you know actually. Because I'm going to be in cover. So the blood you need yeah. Okay, so